Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we've got some Marvel Zombies Zombicides, Mr. Fantastic, and Invisible Girl, the second half of the Fantastic Four. That's right. Yeah, you know what? I've already done Ben, and I've already done just last week, or was it last week? I did Johnny. So go check out Ben. I have 2 videos on those guys, and in the end of this, I'll definitely give you a final shot of the Fantastic Four that I painted. So there's 2 other videos besides this one. Go check them out. They're pretty cool. I really the way Ben Grimm what do you call it? What's the Thing turned out? Oh God, I really liked him. He turned out great. Anyway, these guys. This one's going to be just blues, some blacks, and some simple colors. It's not a giant color count. You know what? It should go pretty quick. I'm looking forward to this one. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. Let's see you guys in there. All right, here we go. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Girl from Fantastic Four. I'm going to try and knock both of these out real quick. And you know, I'm actually going to try something a little different. I mean, I've done this stuff in the past, but this transparent blue, I may thin this down and just give these guys a quick spray. Because as you can see the art, right? I could go the blue. Matter of fact, right here, we have this here. I have all the blues set up right here. Start with a dark blue, you go with your standard blue, and then you can go with your light blue and then highlight, right? Or we can go ahead and give this transparent a shot and see if it'll do a lot of the heavy lifting for us, and we can kind of leave these out and kind of cut those steps out and do a quick one here. I think that's what we're going to try. At least I will try it on one first, and then I'll spray both, and then I can always paint over the other one if I don't like it. But I think this is going to work out really nice. So let's give it a shot, and I may have to water it down a little bit or thin it out. I'm not quite sure. I just need to feel it out when I get to the wet palette there. Or actually, no, I take that back. We're gonna go in the air gun here. We're gonna get it in there. All right. All right. Well, seeing as I pulled out the transparent blue and I started looking at the model, you know, I think I'm gonna use the transparent black for the boots and the gloves. And I pulled this transparent white. I've never used this. I've never actually taken the time to look at it, to be honest with you. Transparent white. Man, that might work in some really good areas. But what I think I'll use, maybe use this transparent white for is the robot and this platform possibly right here. We'll see. We'll see if I can work that in. I'm not quite sure. And then we got a transparent brown for the hair. And since while we're talking here, I'm gonna have to go back and see these balls right here, these little balls. I'm gonna have to go back and paint these black by hand real quick, because these color shift paints, you need a black base or an extremely dark base for these to take effect. And we're gonna see if these paints will take effect on something this small and give that color shift. I'm thinking it might not, depending on the way I put it down. I'm not quite sure. And I haven't even used these particular, I just had to wipe the dust off. I haven't even used these particular paints. I've used all the Green Stuff World color shift, and they're a blast. Matter of fact, I've got a video that I did. I painted a bunch of skulls. I'll put a link in the description down below. Go check that out if you want to see more of the color shift from Green Stuff World. But we're going to start here and give this a little shot today. So this should be a fairly fast paint, and I know I say that as a rule, and they go on. But you know, when I edit the videos, remember I do this in in clips, and most of these models probably take me, I don't know, a couple hours probably spread out. So this one's going to be more of a 4-hour paint. And I use that loosely because some models are quicker and some models are longer depending on what I do. But anyway, that's kind of the map we're going to go here. We're kind of staying away from here. I'm going to try to attempt these transparents and see what I can get at them, see how far I can push them a little bit today, and also the shifters from Vallejo. So let's do it. No. Well, I found the problem after a few minutes of searching and dismantling, and the problem is right there. Right there. That's the culprit. I'll show you why. Look how filthy that is in there. Bad. Shame on me. Shame on me. All right, well, let's get that dug out and let's get this project started or back on the road. All right, let's do it. There's what I pulled out of the tip and a little bit out of the tube, but this was mainly all on the tip. That's what was giving me all the crap the past several videos. Obviously, I mean, you got to clean the airbrush from time to time. You should probably do it after every session, but you know how it goes. Anyway, all right, I'm going to put this bad boy back together. Take a second, and then we're going to get back to it. All right, let's do it. Give you an idea of what happened here. It clogs up. It spits every time. I don't know if you noticed in the past few videos, I would spray, and then I would hit down, and I would hit the spray, and then I'd go back again. What I was doing is I was getting it to spit before I could spray, and it just kind of caught up with me. And I'm just deciding whether or not I should reprime or if I should just push through and paint over. You know, this is great for some of these videos because I mean these are the problems you have. It's never a perfect run through. Sometimes, a lot of times it is. You know, you don't have any problems, but then you know you got your technical issues from time to time. All right, so I think here we're gonna go ahead and. Shoot, I don't know. I don't want to do all that. It's not that big a deal, but I could probably paint over this. Let's go ahead and just let's try and push forward with painting over it. I don't want to have to pull it all out and do all that over. So let's just go ahead and try it and give it a shot. And if it turns out that I have to do it, I'll let you know that I did it, and we'll just push forward. So, all right. Let's go. All right, there we go. I came up with the solution. What I did is I took some white ink out and I just sprayed the robot and I sprayed the base. And you know, I hit the boots, but I'm going to paint the boots black. Also, what I did here is I went and sprayed, because I know I'm going to go back because I've got to do Mr. Fantastic here. I still have to do the blue on him. What I did with her is I just went and highlighted with the ink the areas that I want to pop, because this is a transparent that's going to come through as I spray. So I'm going to do the same thing with Mr. Fantastic. I'm going to spray the blue like I did with her, and then I'm going to put some ink in real quick, and I'm going to spray some key areas on Mr. Fantastic, and then I'm going to redo the blue. I think that's the proper way to go here to get these to pop out. Because look at that blue. I mean, just with the white, she really, it gives it contrast and a little bit of depth. And when the transparent blue goes over the top of that, it's going to look really nice. And I'm going to thin my transparent blue out just a little bit more on my second go for these. So I'm going to wait on her and do the blue here and then come back and do both. All right, let's do it. All right, so I went back and I sprayed Mr. Fantastic with the blue, and it's just, I think these models are a little too small for the transparent. and I would have to do a lot of the back and forth work with the white ink, and you can kind of see it coming through a little bit, and maybe you can see the difference on her between her and him. Yeah, you can, but it's very subtle, and it's maybe not even enough to bother with. So I may just highlight this like I normally do with the regulars, because it's just going to end up being a lot more work to do it the other way. And this blue is, I don't know, I'm okay with this blue for now, I think. Well, you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Would you have gone with blue, or would you have gone with the transparent? I'm not sure if it's going to make much of a difference here, because all we did is just kind of eliminate this, and then we're going to start here. So I think that's the route we're going to go, just to push forward. And again, look at the overspray I got on the robot. I did all that other extra work with the ink a minute ago to make that go away, and it's still there. So I'm going to go and paint him actually white with some white paint. So sometimes, you know, the airbrush just isn't the way to go. I probably should have stuck with the sticks on this. Anyway, I digress. It is what it is, and let's push forward. Let's see, what do we need to get going? Let's get their skin, and then let's do the black work. Right, also, I decided to go with a little bit of a different skin recipe here. I'm going to do a base of shadow flesh and do a mixture of bright shadow flesh for both he and she. Just to let you know, we're going to start here with the base, and we're going to work here for our highlights. All right, let's do it. I was going to go transparent black here, but I think I'm just going to forget the transparent black for right now. Apparently, I'm ditching the transparents, so I'm going to stick to the opaques. Coal black, and the reason I do that is because I've got a lot of blue overspray, and I don't want to have to do more than several layers. I'd like to do maybe 1 or 2 layers with the opaque, and just take my time just a little bit. It's only a little bit of it black. The gloves, the boots, for both. And then the belts, I believe they're belts. And then there's a little bit of trim around Mr. Fantastic's neck there, and we'll have to get that. All right, so let's coal black. Also, I wanted to, I almost forgot that I need to do all of these balls in black. So I'm going to paint these black as well, along with the gloves and everything. These balls, they're all going to be black, because I'm going to do a color shift on top, and you have to have a black base in order for these color shifts to work. So one little extra step, but that's nothing, right? Black, that's super easy. All right, let's do it. Here we go. The black is all down. We used the coal black everywhere, especially for, see how we painted all the balls black, and now we're going to come back in a little while and we're going to use these color shifts over that black, and we're going to see how see if it color shifts. It may be a little too small. Again, you know, I say that again, but okay. So now we're going to move on to the base, I'm gonna finish these bases up. So that's gonna be a multitude of colors of some dark silver, grays, light grays. There's a tube in there. I may do that metallic, and then there's some wires, and I'm gonna do that a metallic floor. So it's gonna be real quick. All right, let's do it. Right here I took a little bit of the flesh color that I had in there and mixed it in with this gray just to give these front rocks some highlights. Real quick, real simple, right? Just like that. And it gives it that little warm tone as well. You know? Look. And then when we put a wash on that, pow, it'll look really nice. Alright, so for the bases here, I'm not going to do it exactly like the art calls. Over here, they've got some brown rocks. I did gray rocks with kind of a brown, that flesh tone highlight. And these tubes that are in here, you can see these tubes right here and these tubes right here. You can barely see them. So I'm just going to use the dark silver for these tubes right here, this top and this pipe back here. And also on the art over here, on the other side over here, Mr. Fantastic's surface or the floor is like a gray, just a flat gray, a dark gray. I'm going to do that metallic as well. So that's about the only different things I'm going to do. And so we're going to start with dark silver, and we'll do a silver highlight to make it quick and simple to push forward on here. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and highlight all the black, the gloves, the boots, and everything on both characters here. I'll just catch some clips of that just here and there. We're going to get the knuckles, just the high areas, with some gray and then some light gray. And we're going to move on, and we're going to move on to the blue, I believe, and get that. We're just going to highlight it real quick. All right, but let's get the black. Alright, I didn't get it on camera, but I highlighted her hair with I used the bright yellow ochre, and I mixed some bright ivory in there, and I just kind of touched it up here and there. And we'll give it a quick wash, with a real light brown wash to make it pop a little bit here in a little bit. But I really got to work on that robot right now. Actually, I take that back. I rewind. You know what? I'm going to get on that blue, actually. I'm going to highlight the blue because that's almost done. And we still have to get to these orbs. Man, this is actually taking a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. You know what? That's what we have to do to get it right, is we have to take our time. All right, I think, yeah, we're going to get on that blue right now. So let's see. I'm going to do a mixture of, let's see, I'm going to use a little bit of the transparent blue, some sky blue, and maybe even some white blue, just to give some touch up on the higher areas. Nothing crazy. Not going to go into too far of the midtones and the highlights. Just pop it on there and move on. All right, let's do it. Wow, what's crazy is this mixture right here of the sky blue and the transparent blue is almost the exact same color that is here. That's pretty wild, actually. You can see here though where it's just a little bit lighter. Okay, I added a little bit more of sky blue to the mix, and that should yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay. robot, I grabbed some bright yellow green, and I just kind of touched the eyes, and I put it inside. And in a little while, I'm gonna put some wash on that, and I'll touch it up with some white, and I'll put a little bit of yellow in the center of all three to just make it pop a little bit. You know, just give it a tiny little highlight. Other than that base is pretty much done. Let's zoom out a little bit. Whoop, bump the camera. You know, it's just about wash now. Instead of a white platform, I did a metallic, and I did it off camera, and I just took silver and dark silver, and I mixed the midtones all the way out to bright silver, and just kind of smeared it around, give it a rough textured, kind of, you know, a jacked up, smooth, metallic surface, you know. So we're pretty much there, actually. We're getting real close here. Both of these are pretty much highlighted and ready to go. The only thing that we need is I need to do the 4 in the center, put some white around the 4, and we need to do the color shifts on the orbs, and that's going to go real quick. All right, let's do it. To keep things short, I'm gonna mix these colors up on the orbs, since there's different orbs. This one's going to be green, blue, violet. We're going to do brown gold. We're going to do a old gold, gray violet, a red gold, electric blue, intense violet, and we have an orange violet. So I'm going to use probably each of these and put it on each of the orbs. So I don't need to show each color. We'll just kind of figure it out as we go, so we don't, you know, we can save the clip. There's a lot of clips and a lot of editing to put in to do that. So these are the colors we're going to use for these orbs. All right. Oh man, did I not get this? Oh man, I'm having trouble with the camera today. I'm forgetting to hit the play button today. Must be in a hurry. I don't feel in a hurry. Anyway, this going on. It's a little wet. I'm gonna have to let that dry and see what it turns out. So it keeps pulling up right here. It's driving me crazy. I don't want it to pull up. So it gets a little of the effect, a little bit. That's a green red kind of deal. What do we use? So let's see what we used. We used a red gold, and that's, you know, it's kind of a pinkish gold at the moment. It might be hard to see on the camera, but it's turning out okay. I'm not liking the pooling at all. All right, let's move on. Well, there you have it, guys. Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Girl from the Fantastic Four. What a video on this one, man. It was just hiccup after hiccup after hiccup. Unbelievable. You know what? Sometimes the paints go this way, and I wanted to catch some of that on video because it's not always just smooth sailing, man. You know, you're always going to find those little things. And today, my airbrush decided to, you know, just really give me hell. And as you can see in the video, you can see why. I should have cleaned that out a long time ago. It started having issues, God, about 2 or 3, 4 videos back, you know, and I should have known then. Anyway, I digress. Guys, we got some more, what do you call it, Marvel Zombies Zombicide to get through. I got some Legion still. Please, in the comments below, you know, let me know. I like to change it up a little bit, and I'm trying to keep things current. So, you know, what's your favorite things? Do you like 40K? Do you like the Star Wars Legion? Do you like Crisis Protocol? Or just military games? Matter of fact, or D&D models. I actually have. I'm thinking about getting ready. I actually have them. They're printed and ready to go. It's the Spectre Ops models. I really think I want to get back to those and check those out on a couple videos. I really enjoyed those. But stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And I'll catch you next week.